Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
I remember when Fargo had 39,000 people in the town, and you could leave your house unlocked, you could leave your car unlocked, you could let your kids run. Those days are over, and they'll never be back.
Times are changing. That's what some North Fargo residents are saying about their neighborhood after a high-speed police chase led to a search in North Fargo. Good evening and thank you for joining us. B.G. England was arrested and Fargo police are still looking for two others. Holly police say it all started when they were alerted that England was coming through the area on Highway 10. Multiple crews assisted with the chase and attempted to stop the car with stop sticks. They called it off when the vehicle entered North Dakota. The vehicle was later found empty and a search began in North Fargo. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop checked on the anxiety level of the neighborhood after everything that has happened.
In this last week, people here in the Horace Mann neighborhood have been awoken at least twice by flashing police lights, unsure of what is happening outside their front door.
And I looked out and I saw a police car driving real slowly down the street here and then stopped down at the corner. And then I saw a policeman walking along the sidewalk, so I knew they were looking for someone.
Bruce Gerlitz has lived in North Fargo near Oak Street for nearly 40 years and says the neighborhood has seen changes.
With the other things that are happening in the neighborhood, the city's getting bigger and, a certain percentage are just going to be bad people, do evil things, and I still feel safe, though.
This neighborhood has went downhill for the last 20 years I've lived here. It was a safe neighborhood when I first moved in.
Others, like Daniel Hines, says there has been a change in the type of people moving into the area, and crime is nothing new.
It's just a common thing. I mean, this neighborhood, it just happens that way.
Hines says he wishes the city would do more with the number of homes being converted into apartments or rented out.
That area has been a focus of our concern over the past year.
Fargo police say they've had neighborhood meetings in the general area after last year's double murder near 12th Avenue North. They know people have concerns.
So we have made it very important to us to get in that area and to be visual and be seen and to be as transparent as possible.
Hines and Gerlitz admit they have seen police presence and appreciate it.
Glad the police are out there because they're doing the best they can do. But they only have so many people to take care of this neighborhood, and frankly, there's not enough.
In North Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
England was arrested on a parole violation. The Holly police chief says they believe they know who the driver is, but they are still investigating. The temperatures indicate we should be warm, but the wind is cooling us down. Will we have to hang on to our hats all night? Let's go ahead and find out from meteorologist Robert Hahn what tonight looks like. Robert?
Yeah, we'll continue to see those breezy conditions as we head through not only tonight, but through the day tomorrow. Those winds tomorrow actually a little bit stronger than the winds we've seen today. And the winds have warmed us on up into the 30s across the area. 32 in Langdon, Devils Lake and Valley City, 39 here in Fargo, also 39 up in Roseau. But those strong and gusty winds out there, at times gusting over 30 miles per hour, is making it feel a bit colder out there. We do have a little bit of haze and fog, reducing visibilities as low as 3/4 of a mile in Langdon, 1 mile in Candu. It's been hanging thick up in that area for the entire day. Elsewhere, visibility is down to around 5 miles in Cavalier and Valley City, 6 miles here in Fargo. A lot of clouds out there, some of the higher clouds sliding off towards the east, but still a lot of low clouds lingering across much of the valley. Underneath those clouds, no precipitation yet, but that'll be changing as we head through the overnight hours. But here in Fargo, it will be a dry evening, albeit a breezy evening. Temperature steady in the mid to upper 30s. And again, you might want to need an extra spritz of hairspray before you head out the door. We do have some precipitation chances beginning to show up overnight tonight and early tomorrow. And many forms. Who gets what? We'll let you know coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Robert. To some new information now, there are a few things you need to know if you're attending Officer Jason Mosher's funeral on Monday at the Shields Arena. No photography is allowed. Small children will not be admitted inside the area. 32nd Avenue will be shut down to the public from Veterans Boulevard to 45th Street South. Parking will be very limited and no private lots are to be used.
If they are blocking any part of the motorcade route at all, or if they're blocking any part of any of the parking spaces that they shouldn't be, we'll tow them out of there.
Now, if you choose to stay home, the funeral will be broadcasting live on KVLY as well as online at valleynewslive.com. West Fargo and Moorhead schools and Fargo public schools will not be canceling classes on the day of Officer Moser's funeral. If a student or facility member wants to attend the funeral, they will need to go through the normal procedures to be excused. A family friend of Officer Moszer says at least 5 people are being helped thanks to his organ donation. Drew Schwann has been a friend of Mosher's since they were 10 years old. Schwann says the organ donation recipients age from 26 to 61 and that they've received Mosher's heart, lungs, liver, pancreas, and kidneys. Many of the recipients were on a long waiting list. One of them waited over 1,000 days. More people could also be helped. Schwann says other usable tissues include blood, blood vessels, bones, bone marrow, cartilage, connective tissues, eyes, and skin. For about a week now, one man has stood outside the Fargo Police Department with a sign reading "Police Lives Matter. Rest in peace, Jason Moszer." As the outpouring of support for the Fargo Police Department continues, Nick Barth says it's the people of this community who keep him going. We spent some time with Barth this afternoon as well-wishers thanked him and passerbys gave him honks and support.
You're a good man.
They're the good men. I think I really hope that's helping to heal this situation, and I know the police force has been very appreciative of what I've been doing, and so has the community, and that's been great. I'm honored to do it. I really am. Thank you, ma'am. God bless.
You do pretty good.
Thank you.
I'll tell you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless you. Aren't you cold?
Okay. No, I got some warm clothes on and stuff. So.
Good.
I think the most amazing thing that's happened so far was that Friday night, Officer Moser's wife and Chief Todd and another officer came out to say thank you to me.
You're again today.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you so much for everything.
Got the keychains on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for being on
Thank
here
you
for
so
us.
much, Chief. It's been an honor.
Well, it
Thank
is.
you.
What is your name again?
Nick. I've gotten a lot of honks and a lot of hand gestures and support. Thank you. Then it's the energy of the people supporting me and the police department that's really kept me going. It really has. I mean, it's just been so wonderful and makes me feel like I'm making a difference out here. So I just want to stay out here and do it all the more.
Nick Barth plans to be at the funeral ceremony in some fashion on Monday with a sign. He says it's been cold and people have been offering to buy him coffee, but he would rather you donate the money. Area law enforcement are honoring a former member who passed away on the same day as Officer Jason Moszer. Today, they attended the funeral of former Cass County Sheriff Jack Daly. Daly was born in Barnes County, North Dakota in 1920 and served 2 terms as sheriff for Cass County from 1970 to 1979, starting as a deputy sheriff with the department in 1962. Daly is survived by 2 sons and a daughter. For a look at his full obituary, go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Governor Jack Dalrymple announced at the beginning of the month that state agencies will have to forfeit about 4% of their general fund budget. And today we got a look at some of those cuts. The organization that will lose the most money is the Department of Human Services at nearly $54 million. They will cut nearly $30 million in medical assistant grants and more than $1.5 million in salaries. A UND student is leading the charge for a vote to fully legalize marijuana in North Dakota. There's now the possibility that voters could be voting on 2 separate measures this fall. One to legalize marijuana for medical use. The other would fully legalize it, including recreational use. 23 states have laws that legalize marijuana in some form. 4 states have already fully legalized it, including its recreational use: Alaska, Oregon, Colorado, and Washington. UND student David Owen wants to add North Dakota to this list, in part to protect more young people from a felony record.
If you possess a gram of marijuana, congratulations, you are a felon. And you will never really be able to get a good job because felons don't get good jobs. I mean, no white-collar business wants to have felons on its staff. and we have created a permanent second-class citizen who will always be on welfare and whose life will be completely and utterly destroyed.
Owen says he'll be able to easily collect the 13,000 signatures needed in a petition to get the measure on the ballot. Meanwhile, a second petition is already circulating that would put a measure on the ballot to legalize medical marijuana. It's an issue that's creating quite a stir on social media, so go to Valley News Live Facebook page to get in on the conversation. Valley News team's Mike Morgan is not only working out these days, he's changing the ways he eats, and he's actually losing weight. He's guided by the saying, you can't outrun a fork, which means no matter how hard or how often you work out, dropping pounds and keeping them off requires a change in diet. So what's he doing? The expert he spoke with suggested a return to the early days, real early. Find out tonight on Valley News Live, 10 at 10.